There are so many things that cats and dogs do that seem completely at odds with each other. From chasing each other around to stealing each other, there's opportunities for species heads. So it can be especially heartwarming when they decide to put their differences aside and get along. This is a story about two who couldn't be more different from each other, but still decided to nap together. This may be the cutest you've ever seen. The cat and the dog might be friends. The fluffy grey cat and her friend were relaxing on the other one day. A large dog appeared, blocking the TV screen with his furry body. Big fluffy dog, Chow. Although he had a kind face, he was which made the cat feel. She hissed and arched. Then she jumped off the couch and hid under the coffee table. Barked once. On the floor in front of the couch. He must have been tired because he quickly fell asleep. Too scared to come out and join him. Many people believe that cats and dogs are natural enemies. And although there are plenty of evidence that prove that theory, there are also times when they show that they can get along. In fact, cats can learn to live together peacefully and even develop affectionate relationships. Of course, it takes time and patience, but the results can be. Sometimes cats can teach us a lot about tolerance and acceptance. Even if we don't always see eye to eye, we can still find common ground and make the best of their differences. That's exactly what the cat and the Chow Chow, even though they started off by giving each other space, eventually ended up snuggled close, falling together. First, they choose corners. Slowly the distance closes. The cat catches closer. Chow rolls to the side. Soon they're together, purring and snoring in harmony. Two very different creatures, sharing one very cozy sleep. As the cat saw that they weren't going anywhere, she started to feel brave. She slowly stepped out from under the cat and started to walk towards the dog. She didn't want to get too close, but she wanted to be near him. As she got closer, she could feel it coming off of him. Comforting. The dog took a few tentacles closer and curled up into a ball. She closed her eyes and let out a squeak. The dog's tail started wagging slowly as he felt the cat get closer. He didn't want to kill her, so he lay still and approached. The cat continued to inch closer. He was right up against her side. At this point, she was feeling very comfortable and relaxed. She started to purr louder, and her eyes started to droop. The dog felt the cat's purrs vibrating against his body, and it was soothing. He felt a sense of contentment wash over him, and he knew that he was falling asleep. As the cat and the dog slept, they were oblivious to the world around them. They didn't hear the birds chirping outside, or the TV playing in the other room. All they could hear was each other's breathing and purring. Every once in a while, the cat would twitch her whiskers or move her tail, but for the most part, she was still. The dog's breathing was slow and steady, and his tail thumped softly against the floor. He looked peaceful and content. The cat and the dog slept for hours. The sun began to set, and the room grew dark, but they didn't stir. Finally, the cat yawned and stretched. She had a long, luxurious nap, and she felt great. She opened her eyes and looked around. She was in a new place. She didn't recognize the walls or the furniture. She was in a completely different room than where she had fallen asleep. She looked over at the dog. He was still sleeping soundly. She nudged him with her nose, but he didn't wake up. She tried again, harder this time, and he stirred. The dog opened his eyes and looked at the cat. He wagged his tail and let out a soft bark. The cat purred and rubbed against him. She was glad that he was awake now. She had some exploring to do. The dog watched as the cat got up and walked away. He wanted to follow her, but he was too tired. He lay down and closed his eyes. He had another nap. Cats and dogs can coexist peacefully in a home, and sometimes they even become the best of friends. This cat and dog proved that they could coexist peacefully. They chose to sleep together instead of fighting, and they seemed very happy doing so. This is probably because they both felt safe and secure with each other. Cats are often seen as solitary creatures. But that doesn't mean that they don't enjoy the company of other animals. In fact, many cats love nothing more than cuddling up with their favorite human or pet. Dogs are known for being social animals. They love being around other dogs and humans. Some dogs are even known to form close bonds with their owners. So it's no surprise that the cat and the Chow Chow became fast friends. They simply had a lot in common. Both animals needed a good night's sleep, and they were able to get that by snuggling up to each other. The cat and the Chow Chow are a great example of how cats and dogs can get along. With a little patience and understanding, any cat or dog can become best friends. When you bring a new pet into your home, it's important to take the time to introduce them properly to your current pets. If you have a dog, be sure to give them plenty of exercise before introducing them to your new cat. This will help prevent them from feeling pent-up energy and acting out. When you finally introduce your new cat and dog, do it in a neutral area. Don't do it in your cat's territory or the dog's territory. Let them sniff each other under the door before meeting face to face. Once they meet, keep the first meeting short and sweet. Don't force them to interact if they don't want to. Give them time to adjust to each other's presence. After the first meeting, continue to supervise interactions between your cat and dog. Be patient and consistent, and eventually your cat and dog will become best friends. If you enjoyed watching this cat and Chow Chow take a nap together, be sure to check out our other videos as well. We have plenty of heartwarming stories about cats and dogs that will melt your heart. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Oh, so cute. How adorable are these two? They look so precious curled up together like that. Just too cute. I can't handle it. This is the cutest thing I've seen all day. I need to take a nap now after watching this video. So cute. I love how the cat is all curled up inside the dog. So sweet. They look so comfy and warm together. Just too much. My heart can't take it. These two are so lucky to have found each other. Oh, it's nice to see a heartwarming story about a cat and a dog. There are so many negative stories out there, so it's nice to see something positive for a change. Thanks for sharing this video. I love it.